So you would rather see young black men steady grow up with fathers?
No, what I would rather see is young black men do it the right way. So what you're not gonna do, sir, what you're not gonna do is come in here telling me about what a black man needs to be. I've been black a long time, so I know I'm older than you and your baby mama. I advocate every single day for men to be good fathers. And you gonna tell me you ain't done nothing you supposed to do, but you gonna tell me I got a responsibility to your children? No, sir, I do not. I got a responsibility to the law. Anything else you need to say to me about what I need to do when you didn't do what you were supposed to do to legitimize your children, anything else you need to say to me about my responsibilities to your children? Anything else? Tadrika Yajanisha Gibson. Tadrika Gibson.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ms. Gibson, you're before the court on case 2021 CR 05972 for speeding 35 plus miles an hour over the limit. You're on case 2022 CR 06344 for count 1, battery, family violence, count 2, battery, count 3, simple battery, family violence, count 4, simple battery, and count 5, simple battery, family violence. You're on case 2022 CR 06345 for count 1, driving on a suspended or revoked license, count 2, no license, count 3, suspended registration, count 4, no tag, expired or invalid tag, count 5, speeding 26 to 30 miles per hour over, and count 6, child restraint violation. And Ms. Gibson, I'm gonna just tell you, you should have had your bond revoked after the second case. You should be back in jail now, because one of the provisions of bond is to not get new charges. So somehow you escaped that, but I would have done a bond revocation if I was aware of it. So it doesn't appear that you have an attorney, but I'm gonna tell you each one of these charges carries 12 months to serve, and I could run them consecutively, meaning you could get more than 12 months to serve. Do you wish to have an attorney represent you?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Gibson, at the appropriate time, I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. White, and he'll speak to you about your charges.
11 minutes later.
All right, so next.
Your Honor. Ma'am.
Yes, Ms. Gibson.
Can I go, if I go ahead, can I just go ahead and plead to my case instead of waiting on the lawyer?
No, Ms. Gibson, that would make no sense. First of all, you're looking at multiple years. So if you want to spend 4 or 5 years in jail, that's up to you, but I don't think it's recommended to do that without the advice of an attorney. So I don't know what you got that is holding you up so fast that you're going to trade years of your life because you got to do something right now.
No, ma'am, I'm just at work.
Okay. Well, you knew you had court today. If you needed to take the day off, you should have done that. I'm making it easy for everybody by doing it by video, but if you need to exchange some personal time for what you're about to do, that's on you. But that's adult thinking. So you still thinking about like the person who got these 3 cases. Adult thinking would have been, do I need to take the day off or use some personal time? Because I'm gonna have to handle my business. Now, like I said, on the table is multiple years. So you want to trade that for the next 5 minutes of your job?
No.
All right. So I suggest if you need to go talk to your manager and tell them that you got something going on and you need to take some personal time, I suggest you do that, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna need these people to grow up. And I've said that out loud purposefully.
20 minutes later.
For the case ending in 5972, the solo speeding case, that's going to be a NOLO plea.
All right.
For the case ending in 6344, that's going to be a guilty plea to count 1 and 5. And for the case ending in 6345, that's going to be a NOLO plea to count 1, count 4, count 5, and count 6, Your Honor.
Ms. Gibson, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Gibson, you're before the court on 3 separate cases represented by Mr. Justin White on each of those cases. The first case is 2021 CR 05972, Tadrika Riagenesia Gibson, speeding 35 plus miles an hour. You're entering a plea of NOLO on the case 2022 CR 06344 for count 1 battery, count 2 count 1 battery family violence, count 2 battery, count 3 simple battery family violence, count 4 simple battery, and count 5 simple battery. You're entering a plea of guilty. Did I lose my? No, guilty to counts 1 and 5. Counts 2, 3, and 4 will merge by entering a plea on the case 2022 CR 06345. Driving on a suspended or revoked license, no license, suspended registration, no tag, expired or valid tag, speeding 26 to 30 miles per hour over the limit, and child restraint violation. You're entering a plea of NOLO to counts 1, 4, 5, and 6. Counts 2 and 3 will not be no pros. All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On May 1st of 2021, an officer observed a motor vehicle operated by the defendant, Ms. Gibson, traveling at 98 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. The state is recommending a 12-month probation, a $500 fine, driver improvement course, 20 hours of community service, and the probation may terminate upon completion. For the case ending in 06344, on October 30th of 2021 in Jonesboro, Georgia, upon the officer's arrival, made contact with the victim, Mr. Michael Bryant, who advised that he was in a physical altercation with his live-in girlfriend and the mother of his child, the defendant, Ms. Gibson. He advised she threw a can of strawberry Rita at him, which missed. Then she threw the child's toy at him, a bowl, spoon, and fork as he walked down the stairs, that she swung on him and scratched him on the side of his face. The state is recommending for count 1, 12 months to serve 2 days. A weekend is okay. A $500 fine, 50 hours of community service, family violence intervention program, and no contact with the victim, Mr. Michael Bryant.
All right, next case.
On September 25th of 2022, an officer was on patrol where he observed a motor vehicle that was being operated by the defendant, Ms. Gibson, traveling at a high rate of speed, 75 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. The officer initiated a traffic stop. When the vehicle stopped, Ms. Gibson jumped out of the vehicle.
And left her baby in the car?
No, I didn't do that.
You grabbed the baby when you ran?
My kids actually got out of the car. We were at the gas station.
Oh, so y'all was all fugitives?
No, when I pulled into the gas station instead of on the side of the road.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Jean-Pierre.
All right. It was determined that the defendant did not have a valid driver's license, nor was the vehicle that she was operating have valid registration. Additionally, the officer observed that the 3 children that were in the back seat were not properly secured in the car seat. The 2-year-old was sitting in the 2-year-old was sitting in the car seat, but was not strapped in.
How old are the other children? Do we know?
10 and 7.
So all 3 of them should have been in some form of restraint in the back seat.
They were in the back seat. It was the 2-year-old.
Gibson, Miss Gibson, it's not going to help you to keep popping off because by law, until your child is 85 pounds, they're supposed to be in a child restraint booster seat in the back seat and strapped in. So you had a 10 and a 7. I'm sure neither one of them were 85 pounds. So you just keep popping off, but you're not making your situation better because you're still wrong as 2 left shoes. So just be quiet. I'm going to acknowledge that you was just going through something during that period of time. Because like I said, your bond should have been revoked after the second case. But let's just say you was going through something. Don't erase that from my mind by keeping popping off, because I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Go ahead, Ms. Jean-Pierre.
Yes, Your Honor. So she was taken into custody and I think her children were left with their mother. The state is recommending for count 1, 12 months to serve 2 days, the balance to be probated, a $500 fine. Count 2 to be no pros, count 3 to be no pros, count 4 to be a $100 fine, and count 5, 12 months probation, $300 fine. It can terminate upon completion, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, and $50 for count 6.
Mr. White, I'm sure you have something to tell me about Miss Gibson and her circumstances at the time of these 3 interesting cases.
No, Your Honor. We just ask that you accept the negotiated plea.
All right, let me do a little figuring here. All right, so let's talk. So, ma'am, on the case where you were going 98 miles per hour in a 65, I'm going to accept your plea of NOLO. I'll sentence you to pay a fine in the amount of $500. That's going to be $737.50 with the surcharges. You're also to take a driver improvement course. All right, you're going to do 20 hours of community service. And once you've completed the community service, the payment, and the driver improvement course, your probation will terminate on that case. All right. On the case 2022 CR 06344, on count 1, it's 12 months to serve 2 days. Those 2 days can be served on a weekend.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I do apologize. I just saw this message, but the victim, Mr. Bryant, I believe is on and wanted to make. Was that this case?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
this case. Raise
Okay.
your right hand, Mr. Bryant. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Go ahead, sir. Tell me what you want me to know.
Well, she's my child's mother, and I would have to have some form of contact with
No, you
her.
wouldn't, sir. Let me disabuse you of that. If y'all haven't had these children in marriage, or if you weren't married soon after the birth of the children, and if you haven't gone to Superior Court and legitimized the children, no, you do not in fact have to have contact. The only contact you're required to have under those circumstances is you can pay child support. You can send it through child support enforcement, or you can send it child support money only, no contact, no talking, no baby I love you, none of that stuff through the mail at the home where the children reside. So no, sir, you do not have to have contact. But go ahead, continue.
Well, being a black man and raising a black son, I would.
Well, being
I
a
don't
black
wanna do-
man raising a black son, you should have married the mother,
I mean,
or you should go to
Well,
court
I
and get the
understand that,
child,
Your Honor, but
and the child to be legally yours. So until such time as that child is legally yours, biological, I don't care about. Until the child is legally yours, I don't have to consider any of this.
So you would rather see young black men steady grow up with fathers?
No, what I would rather see is young black men do it the right way. Either have a
Yes, I
good
understand.
relationship with the mama and
Right.
marry the mama
Right.
and be in the home and
Yeah.
take care of their children,
Yeah.
or go be legally bound to their children through the courts if they can't live with the mama, and make sure that if something should happen to them, then their children are taken care of and provided for under whatever is legally available to them because their parent did the right thing. So what you're not gonna do, sir, what you're not gonna do is come in here telling me about what a black man needs to be. I've been black a long time, so I know I'm older than you and your baby mama, probably put your ages together, I'm that age. So let me tell you something. When you want to do something the right way, do it the right way. But what you're not going to do is play on my sympathy, talk about you don't want a black man to raise his son. If you wanted to raise your son the right way, you should have done it the right way from the beginning. You out here having 3 kids with this woman, and then y'all can't even get along enough to raise the child. So what you ain't going to do, sir, is bring that foolishness to me. Now, are you done talking?
Thank you, ma'am.
Anything else you need to say to me about what I need to do when you didn't do what you were supposed to do to legitimize your children? Anything else you need to say to me about my responsibilities to your children? Anything else? What you need to do is help her pay some of this money when she was wilding out, because probably you had something to do with some of that she was going
Yes,
through.
ma'am. Thank you.
So you might want to scrape together the money to help her take care of your black son. Don't take me there, sir, because I advocate every single day for men to be good fathers. And you gonna tell me you ain't done nothing you supposed to do, but you gonna tell me I got a responsibility to your children? No, sir, I do not. I got a responsibility to the law. And you talking and I can't hear none of it because you muted.
Ma'am, can you ignore him, ma'am? Please.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be more than happy to do that. I'll be more than happy to do that. So back to where I was.
Bye, Felicia.
So on the 12 months to serve 2 days, you can serve it on a weekend. Balance will be probated to pay $500. That's $737.50 with the surcharges. And the 50 hours of community service. You're to take a family violence intervention program, and you're to have no contact with Michael Bryant. And Miss Michael Bryant is not you are the legal parent of the children. So if you do not want Mr. Bryant to have contact with his children, that's up to you.
That's like $2,000 worth of fine.
Hold on, we're getting it. Yeah, it's about that. Hold on. And so let me tell you how much it's going to be with the surcharges. So what I calculate is it's $2,891.25 with the surcharges. All right. Now, Ms. Gibson, now we back on track. I understand. Like I said, there's sometimes when people go through some things. You got me? But you see the consequences of you can't ride fast with your babies in the car. That's just, I mean, you might have been leaving a situation, but you always got to make sure your babies are safe. That's your primary job as their mom. You get me?
Yes.
They didn't ask to be here, but when we bring them here, it's our responsibility to make sure they are safe.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? I see you working. I see you trying to do. So I'm trying to give you as much of a, consideration as I can.
Yes.
But let's just be the last time we meet like this, okay?
It will. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.